now. Have you heard of this company, Ceragon? That's with a C. They make the technology that gets your smartphone signals to cell phone towers. And analysts say the company's ready to make a big boom. We'll take you thousands of miles away to Tel Aviv next to ask the CEO live how he plans to gain market share. This is a Fox Business exclusive. It's a company you need to know about next on Countdown to the Closing Bell. Ceragon Networks. This is a company that is like the railroads of the telecommunications industry. What they do is they provide transportation for your cell phone, your smartphone data. Second quarter earnings released this morning. Here's what caught our eye about this company. They beat the street, quadrupling revenues to an all-time high of more than $60 million. Yes, it is a small cap stock, but they have some major roadblocks that are causing flat guidance for the third and fourth quarter. But this is a company where Fox Business looked at it and said, we need to look at it because it could really move higher in the future time. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive from Tel Aviv, Israel, is Ceragon President and CEO Ira Palti. Welcome, sir. Shalom uvracha in Tel Aviv. Thank you for joining us. I know it's late there, but we wanted you to tell your story here. It's an interesting story, thank you, about your technology, because where you're different from, say, the Verizons or the AT&Ts of the world is that your microwave, their fiber. You make your sell point here. Why is what you do with the microwave much better than the fiber?
What we do is we provide the microwave in places where fiber is not available. The AT&Ts of the world and T-Mobiles and Verizons are really customers of ours, and it's one of their alternatives to reach the cellular towers. Usually it's feasible to put in fiber, usually in dense metro areas like New York, where you have a lot of fiber. But the minute you go outside of the cities into more of the rural area or suburban areas, you use a lot more microwave. In other places around the world with other customers, like in India, like a Vodafone in India and others, they do not have the choice for fiber, and they would use a microwave link to really connect to the cellular tower and bring in the data. When
you look at the cost as it compares to fiber, I also wanted our viewers to look at this and see that fiber is about $40 per linear square foot, yet microwave, conversely, $2 per linear square foot. Granted, there's limited capacity with microwave, but I know you guys are smart. You could figure out a way through that. But how do you convince the big boys to adopt the microwave standard, especially in North America, where it's really only adopted by about 15%?
The big boys in North America and in other places around the world really make the choice on the availability of fiber. We do not compete directly with the fiber where it's available, but in places where fiber is not available and the cost for microwave is much smaller. The other parameter is really the quickness of deployment. To get fiber and all the regulatory environment, it's hard. It's taking a very long regulatory process to get all the permits. With a microwave, we are usually up and running within under 3 months from the day you design the link, and you can build up the cellular tower and provide the data and the coverage that is needed to get to your smartphones and other devices.
Well, here's your stock, and while it is up about 7% for the year, it's way off the highs of this session and certainly off the highs of what we've seen for the past 52 weeks. So nobody could accuse an investor of getting in at the top at the moment. But you're also giving flat guidance for the third and fourth quarter. When do you predict that turns around and you'll be able to get back to the kind of revenue gains that you saw this time?
I think we are predicting that in 2011 we'll start growing again about 20 to 25% a year. I think the flat guidance for the next 2 quarters is based on regulatory issues in India, which have to do with their security clearance and new policies, which has slowed us down for the last 2 quarters. We've been growing quite rapidly over the last few quarters and expect to resume that in the first quarter.
Well, the ticker symbol is CRNT, trades on the NASDAQ. Ira Palti, thank you so much. You're the president and CEO of Ceragon. We're watching this company. It's a very interesting business.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Thank you so much. Now go to sleep. It's very late in Israel right now. Closing bell ringing in 9 minutes.